What's up, everyone? It's your boy NR2003, aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Kansas Speedway for race number 8 on the season for season 4 of the Powerade Truck Series. Almost halfway through season number 4 already, and we are in for a good show here today at Kansas Speedway for the first time in a long time on the channel. But we are back, and we are going to have a fantastic 134 laps of action for the Worldwide Express 200. And I am joined by Josh Tipton for the third time in a row. And Josh, welcome to Kansas Speedway in Kansas City.
Thank you for having me up here in the booth. I'm looking forward to this one. I haven't been up here in Kansas City in a while. It's not been since the eclipse, actually. Well, actually, that's not true. But I'm looking forward to it. This racetrack seems to always produce some level of very interesting action, and I have no reason to believe that it won't this time.
Yeah, for sure. Kansas, a much different animal than what we had last week at Texas Motor Speedway. A lot less flat than Texas, especially compared to Turn 1 and 2 at Texas. This portion of Kansas is even flatter. So it's going to be interesting what happens there. Tyler's going to be massive, about 1 to 1.5 seconds at the end of the field one, about 22, 24 laps. So have to see if how much that plays into effect, and have to see if how much these guys slip and slide in some of these corners with it being such a flat track. What do you think we will see here today at Kansas?
Oh, it's going to be a very technical race with the flatter banking. I do think we're going to see some slipping around, particularly on new tires. I think as the run goes on, the cars are going to be, uh, I would say, I don't want to say more planted into the ground, but it's definitely going to slow the pace up, and it might make things a little more difficult when it comes to overtaking. But other than that, I think it's going to be a pretty typical mile-and-a-half race. I'm looking forward to it.
For sure. Of course, the second race I have, I guess, 4.5 miles in a row, and 3 miles, and then a Darlington in the middle. That's almost a mile and a half. Here's the points after 7 races through the regular season. Only 5 races left. I mean, 4 races left in the regular season. Jordan Stout is leading the points. He got his second pole of the season, so he has a 11-point lead over Clinton Buchanan. And then third is Roberto Clement Jr., 37 points back. Fourth is Anna Abel, 40 points back. Jack Ronkowski is fifth, 45 points back. Johnny Hernandez is in sixth, 47 points back. Then we got a tie for seventh between Elijah Gordon and Trenton Wakefield, 51 points back. Chris Reynolds is in ninth, 63 points back. And then rounding out the top 10 is Justin Zeidel with a good one at Texas in that wild field mileage finish. He's now 64 points back. And then the top two have really broken away, Stout and Buchanan, but everyone else, especially around the cutoff line, on bat, it's still very, very tight. Here's the chase standings with 4 races left in the regular season. Stout is plus 65, Buchanan plus 55, Clement Jr. plus 28, 29 I should say, Abel plus 26, Gronkowski plus 21, Hernandez plus 19, Gordon plus 15, Wakefield plus 15. Those guys are all relatively comfortable, but then Chris Reynolds only 3 points in as of now, and inside out only 1 point in, or 2 points in, I should say. Baylor, wildcard number 1, 2 points out. Derek Hamill, winning at Texas last week, tied with Baylor, so he's also 2 points out. Bright, 3 points. Colin, 5, and then we got a three-way tie with Fitzy, Collins, and Juan Garcia, 8 points back. Hernandez, 10 points. Ed Sean, 11. Trey Smith, his brother, Lance Petrina, 12 points out. And it just goes down from there. Very, very tight from about 9th on bat here in the Powerade Truck Series. And with only 4 races left, it is still relatively wide open on who can make it into the season for Chase. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get these truckers rolling off for race number 8 on the season and for the Worldwide Express 200 at Kansas Speedway. For the second time this season, Jordan Stout will lead us to the green from the pole, and alongside him is Benny Watson. Row number 2 is Zachary Fitzwater and the season 1 champion Juan Garcia. Row number 3 is the Moundsville winner Matt Davidson, second in points Clinton Buchanan. Row number 4 is the most recent winner Dale Camel at Texas, and BB Ruiz in number 45 this week. And rounding out the top 10 is Quinn Moore, the Little Springs winner, and then Chad Gronkowski in number 16. Make sure everyone is one off, and they are. Unfortunately, we'll put the opportunity starts deep in the field with 13 points. Josh Hood is a little pit to win here at Kansas Speedway in race number 8 on the season.
You know, there's a lot of really good trucks up there, but I think I'm going to go back about 6 or 7 rows or however much, and I'm going to go to that inside lane, and I'm going to pick the number 6 of Will Parrish to go to victory lane here at Kansas.
Trying to have a second part-time to seal it, we saw Andy Miller do the same thing at Las Vegas earlier in the season. Stout, Watson, we are green flag racing for race 8 on the season and for the Worldwide Express 200 at Kansas. Lap number 1 will be led by Jordan Stout in the number 7, but Fitzy all over the top of the number 7 here at Kansas, and a great 1 and 2 from Fitzy.
Oh, what a dive by Fitzwater down to the inside. And Max Davis looking to make this a 3-truck battle as they head off into turn number 3. Derek Hamill not very far behind there in truck number 99. As side by side coming out of turn number 4. Fitzy on the inside. He's going to lead lap number 2 here at Kansas.
Fitzy will lead lap number 1. He's had an up and down season. Started the season good. Around race 2, 3, 4, and 5 had struggled and now starting to get some momentum. What a move from Martinsville winner Matt Davis, and here comes the Texas winner Dale Campbell trying to go 2 in a row on mile and a half. We got a lot of race winners up here because now here comes the 25 of Quentin Moore, 33rd in the point standings. He's not a good season besides that Will Springs victory, and well, trying to go back to back on mile and a half. Dale Campbell battling for the race lead.
Hamill down to that inside lane. He's going to take the lead away from Max Davis. Here comes the 25 and the 15 down to the inside. The 2-truck freight train there with Quentin Moore and Mitchell Collins. Now make it 3 is the 44. That's Nathan Baird joining him on the inside. And the 7 now of Jordan Stout. Down to the inside underneath Max Davis and Zachary Fitzwater. Skylar Taylor a little farther back there in the Planet Fitness number 54. Up front it is, for the time being, the 99 of Derek Hamill. But here comes that 25 of Quentin Moore. Right up to the back bumper.
Oh,
trying
we got
to
a
make
caution.
The caution is out.
Oh my
big crash.
goodness. 3rd in points for both the Crown Jr., 10th in points on Justin Zidell. Elijah Gordon, he was up there in points, I do believe. Johnny Hernandez.
Crash.
Looks like it was 4 twice, but big time crash in turns 1 and 2. And well, we get a little bit of a breather, and barely by 0.01 more edged out there came at the line.
1/100th of a second, maybe even less than 1/100th of a second. That's what the interval rounds up to. As you see the field trying to straighten everything out, as they're more than likely going to come into the pits here under this caution, and the officials trying to sort through everything. It should be the 25-99, the first and second, and they are right now. We're going to see some trucks come into the pits and stay out. We're going to see split strategy here early on in this one. I thought we might. And that's exactly what's going to happen here at Kansas.
A lot of trucks are coming down right here because it is 22 to 24 laps on fuel just like Texas. And let's see, these guys are playing on lap 5, lap 6, so they would be able to make it to lap 28 to lap 30 very late in this race. But for the few trucks that are staying out, Hamill, Davis, Fitzwater, Troy Smith, Gronkowski, Buchanan, Reynolds, both Hattori trucks, and Lance Smith Jr., they are able to stay out here, and they're probably still going to pit around lap 24, 23, maybe 25. Maybe they can stretch it a little bit longer, but still probably going to pit around the 23, 24 range. So it might get interesting if things stay green here from here on out. But Quentin Moore did easily win the race off pit road, and he will line up behind the number 32 and everyone else.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this one goes. The field's going to get sorted out here as they come out of the pits, and might even see some take a sneak down there now to get to the tail end of the field if that 19's coming in. Yes, indeed. Roberto Crown Jr. is going to come into the pits, and I think that's the 15 of Mitchell Collins is coming back into the pits.
Collins trying to top off. Now, the 15 was involved in that crash, but I don't think he went a lap down. He might be lapped down now, but we just have to wait and see here. Before we get to the restart, let's see what happened. We have the first caution of the day in the Worldwide Express 200 at Kansas Speedway. Well, here we go. This is what happened. 3 wide normally sometimes is 50-50 here at Kansas, but Chris Wilson, number 61, just gets a good one and decides to dive bomb it and make it 4 wide, or try to make it 4 wide at Kansas. That's not going to work. And then Johnny Hernandez into third in points with both Crown Jr. up the racetrack, nowhere to go for Elijah Gordon. Boom, big hit, and nowhere to go for the 18, and ends up getting T-boned and on his side here at Kansas Speedway for Justin Seidel. The massive hit right there for the one of Elijah Gordon, the 56 of Johnny Hernandez, and the 18, a massive T-bone and on his side. Crown Jr. relatively got unscathed, at least better than the other 3, but still not a good one for both the Crown Jr. early on here. Third in points, wasn't moving his way up through the field, but now it's going to be a tough rest of the day here at Kansas for that 19 team.
So coming out of the trial, we'll into turn number 1, you see Johnny Hernandez on the inside of Roberto Crown Jr. Elijah Gordon. Chris Reynolds trying to make it 4 wide. That's not going to work. And up into the wall they go. The 18 gets massive airtime there. Coming out of the second turn area, Justin Seidel, former Body Armor Cup Series champion. And he just comes to a stop there on the outside. Elijah Gordon's going to be gone. He's got the smoke of death coming out of the back of the 1. Roberto Crown Jr. might be able to continue on. I don't see much damage on that 19. But what's the other truck involved? 56 of 56 of Johnny Hernandez. Like some pretty significant damage to that 56 truck. And see, they just come down and call it quits for this one. So 2 or 3 trucks potentially falling out of this one, maybe even all 4. But I think Roberto Crown Jr. might be able to move on. I don't see much damage on that 19, but might fall a lap down under this caution.
Yeah, Crown Jr., luckily for him, I think he got the least amount of damage out of that one. I think that other 3, Seidel, Johnny Hernandez, and the number 1 of Elijah Gordon, they're all going to be done, I believe. But going to be interesting what happens here. Split strategy, and Dale Campbell, the most recent winner, going to race back to the green at Kansas Speedway. Let's get to the restart here in the Worldwide Express 200. Welcome back to Kansas Speedway. We will go back on lap number 10 of 34 after the first caution of the day. Fantastic racing though so far in the first 5 laps that we were clean and green. But then, first caution of the day, almost went 4 wide with Chris Reynolds, and Josh, you got a stat for those 4 drivers that were involved.
Yeah, Roberto Crown Jr. was involved. He was 3rd in the championship coming in. Johnny Hernandez was involved. He's out. He was 6th in the championship. Elijah Gordon's gone. He was 7th in the championship. And Justin Seidel is gone. He was 10th in the championship standings. And, our leader, Derek Hamill, is 12th in the championship coming into this one by virtue of the wild card. And overall, he's actually 12th overall coming into this one too. He gained 14 after the win at Texas Motor Speedway. But again, yeah, four trucks, four drivers in the top 10 in the championship standings being involved in that one. That could be big for Jordan Stout, Clinton Buchanan, Aaron Abel, Chad Gronkowski, Trenton Wakefield, and well, Chris Reynolds is ninth in the championship coming in. He's the one that made it four wide, so he's trying to get back up there in the championship standings.
Yeah, very devastating crash for everyone involved for the championship. Top 8 stayed out, 9th on Bat pitted, and here comes Matt Staples for the race lead immediately on Dale Camel. And Matt Staples trying to get win number 2 on the season, going to take the race lead. Fitzwater's had an up and down season trying to get some momentum. Here comes Jack Gronkowski with an aggressive move on Trey Smith, who has had a up and down season as well. Knock on the finishes that he's deserved, but he's been fast in multiple races. And the speaking of the devil, the guy that made it 4 wide, Chris Reynolds made his way up here inside the top 5, and Fitzy going for the race lead at Kansas, and he's going to take us the whooping doors back here.
Whoa!
Oh no! Oh my god!
Upside down!
Oh!
Hard in the wall with Reynolds and collecting another one. Oh, the 88 Garcia is involved, the 22, and the 19 Roberta Crown Jr. again, Nathan.
Oh my goodness, you know, I think there's 19 close right now on the channel, because the number 19, I believe Benny Moore got involved in 2 incidents and then blew up in the Aldens and Moreno's 500. And now Roberto Crown Jr. involved in his second crash of the day. And this one's going to end
That's
it for him.
That's going to finish him off. Third in the championship standings coming in
This
as well. And would you say that was karma for Chris Reynolds making it 4 wide before?
Maybe.
He's going to be gone now. That was a very hellacious hit to the outside and immediately just popped up in the air and barrel rolled down the back straightaway.
Well, this is not what we were expecting here at Kansas for these drivers, but I think everyone's going to come down here on pit road, because we are, I believe, 22 laps to go, so we are good on fuel barely. So,
yeah, this time around, 22 to go.
So everyone should come down here, and we won't have to worry about pit stops for the rest of this thing. Hopefully we can get some green flag racing in. Just, these guys are absolutely racing like crazy right now here at Kansas. Of course, it's been forever, as I don't know if something happened to the 12th of Anthony Hernandez back there, but I saw he got sideways. That might have just been him exiting his pit stall, but we've not been here in a long time at Kansas. I believe, like Texas, we've not been here since season number 1. I could be wrong, but these guys going all over the place, but Clint Moore wins the race off pit road. Of course, he pitted under that first caution, so he probably didn't need to take as much fuel this time around as some others. And same with the 54, same with the clone, same with Trenton Wakefield, Nathan Baird, Stephen Collin. So what I'm getting at is, for most of the drivers that pitted under that first caution, they didn't take tires. I don't think they did, and they took fuel only probably, and had a lot of the less time in the pits, because there's Fitzy, who was the racer. He's gonna be about 10th or so. Gonna be interesting, but let's go ahead and take a look at what happened for the second caution of the day at Kansas Speedway. Well, I guess you can say this is karma in a nutshell here for Chris Reynolds. And once again, this is kind of his fault. Going into turns 1 and 2, they were going to go 3 wide. 3 wide, it was out 50-50 like I said, and this time it didn't. Trey Smith washed up the racetrack, and Dale Camel gave Chris Reynolds just enough space to slide up and try doing a slide job and pass Trey Smith. Didn't work out, and then Trey Smith turns Chris Reynolds right there, and this is a massive shot into the outside wall. Somehow, physics made him flip upside down. Don't really know how, but tough break for Chris Reynolds. Karma happened to him, and then tough break again. Trey Smith up front, and he's not going to get the result that he wanted. Great call, great avoidance from Eli Bright, but nowhere to go for Zachary Doletto, and then nowhere to go for Richmond winner Nathan Ormond. T-bone steak, and Chris Reynolds goes upside down for his second time. That collects Juan Garcia, Eric Sean, the Autism Awareness 500 winner, and Tanner Pullen. And Roberto Clowns Jr. all the way involved in one crash here today. Just, I don't know what happened. He just didn't get onto the brakes in time and ran straight into the back of the 52, and that's going to end his day. So, was not expecting to see that Kansas, but I believe that's going to take out a couple more drivers up there in points, like Chris Reynolds, at least for sure. And maybe, I believe Juan Garcia's at least in the top 20 in points. That's going to hurt him. But we've not had this a lot this season, but these guys are wrecking them up here at Kansas Speedway.
So once again, heading off into turn number 1, Reynolds down to the inside of Smith and Hamill, and plowing loose up into the wall very hard, and upside down he goes. And along comes Ormond, and the 91 there as well plows into the 61. And Roberto Crown Jr., that middle pedal is called a brake. Piles right into the back of the 52 of Eric Sean. Juan Garcia, you mentioned 17th in the points, coming in as well. So more major championship implications coming from this incident. Eric Sean 19th in the championship standings as well. The rookie looked like was going to get out with minimal damage, but then the rear end impact from Roberto Crown Jr. is going to definitely set the 52 team behind the 8 ball for the rest of this race.
Yeah, this is not a race that you want to be up there in points, apparently. And also, something happened to Jordan Stout. We didn't show it right there, but looking at the replay, a lot of trucks tried to scatter around all that backside chaos. Benny Moore came up the racetrack from the apron, right in front of Jordan Stout, so Jordan Stout has a hood buckle. I think they're probably going to take the hood off of that 7, and the point leader now having problems here at Kansas. So, for whatever reason, you do not want to be inside the top 20 points, because that's like 7, 8 to us now that have had problems so far. But let's go ahead and get back to the restart here with Quentin Moore doing some strategy. He's going to win the race off pit road, and he will lead us back to the green at Kansas Speedway. Welcome back to Kansas Speedway. We will go back with 18 laps to go here in the Worldwide Express 200. Easily good on fuel from here on out by 4 to 6 laps, so we shouldn't see any green flag pit stops. Not a good day for you to be up there in the point standings. Chris Reynolds, Nathan Woolman, Zach Gordillo, and Roberto Clowns Jr. are all out from that crash. We still have 33 trucks on track. Actually, no, we don't. We got 32 trucks on the racetrack. 7 are out from a crash. Jason Lowe blew up under caution, so he's going to be out. So we will have 32 trucks on the racetrack. And there will be not Ormond, there will be Moore, Taylor, Williamson, Wakefield, Baird, Collin, 12 of Anthony Hernandez, between Ida, Weem, and Watson in the top 10. Fitzwater is in 14th after some pit strategy and stuff. Under the first caution, he's back in 14th place. 18 laps to go. This has been a wild one for sure here at Kansas Speedway. Can we go clean and green for the last 18 laps? We'll have to wait and see. Quinn Moore trying to get win number 2 on the season, released back to the ring at Kansas Speedway.
And through the restart zone they go. Great launch by Quentin Moore and Skylar Taylor. Williamson there in the 98, taking a peek to the inside of that 54, and here comes in behind the 44 as well. Making a move down to the inside for 4th, now trying to get into 3rd, with the 24 getting up in the mix as well. Nathan Baird, the 44, and the 24 of Stephen Colon.
Baird, the defending Season 3 champion. He's having a quietly consistent championship defense. Kind of like last season. I think he won 1 or 2 races, but this season he's just been very quiet, very consistent. And that's what he needs to do with it being no playoffs. And Baird might have a fast truck. He might get a win here today. Going for 2nd place now on Josh Williamson and Lil Cologne. And speaking of Cologne, 2 out of the last 3 races on the channel, he's got 2nd. He got 2nd at Munnsville in the Powerade Truck Series, and then he got 2nd in the Autos of the Moans 500. So Cologne's starting to have some momentum here, and Baird might have something to say for this race lead here.
A three wide battle going on for about fifth place back here. 66, 23, and 4. Heading off into turn number 1. That's for sixth place. And this is going to be very tight. Heading off into the turn.
Oh,
It is
there we go.
Watson. Watson in the 66 into the outside wall.
Well, the caution of the day. And when I say that 3 wide is iffy, it's iffy. Because it worked out for the 54, 14, and 45, but it did not work out for Watson. As Bear's going to win the race back to the line. I don't know what has gone into these guys. As they're almost...
They're 4 wide back there coming to the
Oh
caution.
my goodness.
And that was very sketchy. Skylar Taylor has gone up into the wall. Should be able to retake her spot on the racetrack as they already got the caution flag.
Man,
But
oh
damage
man.
all over the backside of the 54 truck.
Kansas Speedway. This is... You know what? Kansas is taking a page out of Dover's playbook. Kansas is hungry. We've not been here in a long time on the channel, and we are getting all of its destruction out of here, unfortunately. 3 cautions in 20 laps. When it is green, we've seen great racing. But unfortunately, we've seen 3 of them. But luckily, that was just a simple 2-truck incident that time. As I don't think anyone's going to come down pit road besides Jordan Silent in the number 7 truck. So let's go ahead and take a replay of lap and bring out the third caution of the day here at Kansas. 3 wide, did not work out this time. Able to swing up a little bit try on entry, sent Watson up into Ida, and then cannot get off of Ida and up the racetrack they went. I thought this was going to be a bigger hit than what it was, but luckily it wasn't. Taylor barely missed it, and I think that's what caused them to get crazy racing back to the line. Watson hit the wall a couple of times while he was spinning around. And with how narrow Kansas is, I'm surprised that Watson did not get hit, but luckily he didn't, and this ended up being a minor clash between Ida and Watson. But tough break, because Watson's had an up and down, mostly down season. While the clones have speed, Watson has not had speed here today, but unfortunately does not have a good luck right there in 1 and 2.
So here we are watching again, heading off into turn number 1. Turn 1's been Calamity Quarter today. All the incidents have happened over in turn 1 and 2, and this time it's Watson watching up on Trinity Ida. And with the flatter banking, I really think this is playing into a factor. Folks are diving it in as if this was the 20-degree banked Kansas. And you'll see it back here. We were 4 wide coming around to the caution flag. Skylar Taylor on the outside of the 38 of Bradley Ream and the 51 of Matthew Burnett, the fit 30 of Max Davis. And it squeezes together heading off into the turn. That's a very hard hit for Bradley Ream as well. It didn't look like that hard of a hit for the 54 of Skylar Taylor. Good job by the 52 of Eric Shawn, by the way, of coming in and slowing down and not running into the back of the 40 of Trey Smith. But third caution is out here at Kansas. And, man, it's been a crazy one so far.
It's been crazy. We've seen some crazy crashes, but when these guys are not crashing, we are seeing some fantastic racing though. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. The racing's been fantastic, but we've also had some bad and crazy crashes. Hopefully, knock on wood, that we get some nice green flag racing for the second half of this race. And let's go ahead and get back to the restart here at Kansas. Welcome back to Kansas Speedway. Well, at this point,
I'm sorry, I think I cut you off there. I'm sorry, let's try that again.
Good. Welcome back to Kansas Speedway here. And I guess this might almost be called the Kansas Super Speedway with what we've seen here today. Crazy racing, but these slide jobs and these 3 and 4 wide moves just have not worked out in turns 1 and 2. And that's where we've seen all the crashes here today. And no one is out though. That was a minor crash between Watson and Ida. Eli Bright, the Worldwide Express Chevy, unfortunately had a fuel system issue under this caution, so went down pit road to have to see what happens to him on this restart. But it is his teammate Nathan Bailey out front, Stephen Collin in second, Moore, Williamson, Wakefield, Abel, Fitzwater, Hernandez, Rez, and Coleman to round out the top 10 with 11 laps to go. Yeah, in this one, it's been a wild one, but Baird is defending champion trying to get his first victory of season number 4. Back to the restart, Baird and Cologne, and we are back going at Kansas.
Good launch there by Stephen Cologne. Not as good for the 25 of Quentin Moore. The 98 of Williamson moves into that third position. The 20 of Trenton Wakefield gets stuck on the outside as the gets down to the inside, and down to the inside as well of the 25 of Quentin Moore. Going for that fourth position, Moore able to cut off the force momentum for the time being. But here comes Stephen Cologne down to the inside of Nathan Baird, looking for the race lead at 10 laps to go at Kansas.
It's been a wild one, but Nathan Baird trying to hang on to the race lead. He can kind of use that second lane off of 4 as a defend mode, but it's not going to work out in turn 1.
Oh, big dive by Quentin Moore. Well,
hello, Quentin Moore, the 24 out front, Moore in second. Here comes and Abel in the number 4 machine. He's been solid this season as well. He's trying to get a race victory. Trenton Wakefield out of nowhere in his number 20 truck. And the number 12, the 02 might blew up, but the other 2 trucks are up here inside the top 10.
We're now at 9 laps to go here at Kansas. Aaron Abel down to the inside of Moore. Williamson and Baird slipping back on the outside with Fitzwater, the 75 up there as well. The 12 of Anthony Hernandez in behind the 20 of Trenton Wakefield, bringing the 16 of Chad Gronkowski with him. Where did he come from? We haven't talked about Chad all day. Here he is running up inside the top 10, ready to challenge for this victory with 8 laps to go this time through.
A lot of drives that have been good all season, and some of them are making their way up to the front for the first time of the day. Baird, though, back on this inside lane, trying to make up his spots that he lost. I think Baird still has a really fast truck. He's gonna be one to watch out for late. And I mean, this one here might have to watch out for Wakefield as Cologne goes wide a little bit off the turn 4. Abel almost got turned off the nose of Wakefield. We got a 3-way battle here at Kansas.
And a big dive there by the 20 of Trenton Wakefield down to the inside of Aaron Abel. That's for second. And it looks like that 20 of Wakefield's going to get the spot. Ahead of the 4 of Abel, trying to chase down the 24 of Stephen Cologne, who is running very, very smoothly right now, but runs a little wide through 3 and 4 that time. Nathan Baird down to the inside of Aaron Abel, trying to take that third spot away. As we now come to 6 laps to go at Kansas.
And this is what I mean. When we can stay clean and green, the racing is pretty wild here. And Chad Gronkowski, you mentioned it. Where did he come from? We haven't seen all the way long. His teammate got hit twice and flipped over twice. But he's trying to get at least some kind of victory. But he's going to get moved out of the way by Martinsville winner Matt Davis.
Davis with a madness move on the inside of the 30. Trying to get up into that top 5. Stephen Cologne trying to hold on to that lead, but Wakefield's going to make that very difficult for the driver of the 24. Nathan Baird, Chad Gronkowski, and Max Davis there rounding out the top 5, going to make it very, very difficult for Stephen Cologne to go and win this race. Here comes Wakefield.
Stephen Cologne has gone second throughout of the last 3 races. He would love to finally get a win, but Wakefield's going to try and make that not happen and try to become the first driver to get 2 wins on the season. To the point goes Trenton Wakefield with 4 laps to go, but here comes Jack Gronkowski out of nowhere. Matt Davis might have a shot. Where did exactly freaking Fitzwater come from? Hello, as Nathan Baird chops off Matt Davis. And Fitzwater.
That was very sketchy. As here comes Fitzwater down to the inside of Cologne and Davis 3 wide. That was very sketchy by Nathan Baird. And 3 wide, we're going to have to watch out for this heading out into turn number 1. This is the trouble that we've seen all day long. They make it through it this time.
1 and 2, 3 wide is very, very sketchy. Meanwhile, here comes Jack Gronkowski trying to get there. Cannot do it. Oh no. Not again. Not again.
Is Wakefield going to come into the pits? Oh my goodness, he is.
For the 3rd time this season, I could sworn they could have made it. What the heck?
I thought they could have made it too, but it's not going to happen. Two to go, and Chad Gronkowski's leading the way. Will he be able to make it to the end?
This has happened at Auto Club when me and Travis thought that these guys would be good. This happened at Texas, but we knew it would be Fuel Strategy. But this time, I didn't think we would see it. Down goes oh man, Cologne and more. But the top four stay out. Chad Gronkowski, Fitzwater, Baird, and Davis. Final lap at Kansas Speedway.
Gronkowski's just got to run it smooth. He's got to watch out for these trucks coming out of the pits. Fitzwater on a mad dash, trying to avenge so many horrible runs he's had this year in the Powerade Truck Series. But Chad Gronkowski looks like he's going to hold on through 3 and 4. Here he comes.
Fitzy tries sending it, but it's not gonna matter. Real fuel strategy at the end. Chad Gronkowski's gonna get his first podium win at Kansas Speedway. And what a race, what a finish. And once again, fuel strategy. And I don't know what's going on with these fuel cans or crew chiefs or the drivers or what. But third race in 8 races, that fuel strategy comes into effect. And 2 of those times, I thought they were good. But they apparently were not. Chad Gronkowski gets the win. How about Fitzy though? Great one for him finally. Baird, the Season 3 champion, with another consistent one. And Davis with a great one. Good for him. Lance Jr., Taylor Camel, Hunter Buchanan as well. And wow. Just wow, wow, wow. I don't know what is going on this season of the Powerade Truck Series. But don't worry about retired and fuel leak. And I don't know what's going on. That's just after the finish. But Gronkowski with the win. Fitzy in second. Baird, Davis, Buchanan in fifth. He's probably going to take the point lead away. Maybe from Stout. Stout ended up coming back on 13th with all the fuel mileage wackiness at the end. Lance Smith Jr. in 6th. Taylor Campbell with another good one in 7th. Cole Raymond in 8th. Skylar Taylor in 9th. Will Parrish in 11th. And Burrell in 11th. How about that? All 4 part-time trucks through 11th. Wow. Smith with a good one. Stout, Fogelman, Burnett, Moore, Collins on the lead lap. I think those last 3 all pitted though, because I saw Moore pit. And then everyone else, 18th on bat, well, a lap down, not able to make it. Aya 32nd. And then Lona, it ended up being a clutch for him. And then Reynolds, Orman, Deletto, Crown Jr., Seidel, Gordon, and Johnny Hernandez all crashed out. Josh, I don't know what's happening this season, but for the 3rd race on the season, and 2 races in a row on mile and a half, we thought they made it on fuel, but they ended up not at the end, and I don't even know. I don't know, but Chad Gronkowski was the lean, and he ended up staying out, but what a race.
Well, that was definitely an interesting one to say the least. A lot of stuff happened in that one, and I don't entirely know what to say because, well, y'all saw it. I don't know what else there is to say except holy smokes, that was wild.
Yeah, something about the season is just unpredictable. With all the crashes, I thought it was gonna be fine for the rest of it, but it turns out no. Fuel strategy. When these guys pit on lap 22, I don't know if they didn't fill it up, or not lap 22, I believe lap 12, and they were 22, 23, so they should have been able to make it. So I don't know, but Chad Gronkowski, first win on the channel and first win in the series. We've had a lot of that this season, and still no repeat winners in 8 races. But a bad point stay for a lot of drivers, but somehow Buchanan and Stout once again get top 15 ones. But a great one for Nathan Baird though, because he came in here, I believe, 11th in points. With all the chaos in this one, that's going to help him, and it's going to be interesting how the points shake out at going into Darlington. Hopefully we can have a normal race at Darlington, but just have to wait and see Huge thanks for Josh for joining me once again through this three-way stretch at Martinsville, Texas, and Kansas. This one is probably the most wreckfest one all season long, but at the end, the racing for the last 10 laps was absolutely fantastic. So, just what a race here at Kansas, and a huge congratulations to Chad Gronkowski on the race victory in the Worldwide Express 200. The points and the chase standings, well, the race to the chase standings are coming up next. And until Darlington next time out, we will see you guys next time. Bye!